welcome everybody into the final semifinal matchup to punch the final ticket to the championship games tomorrow. We just got done watching the number 4 seed Montgomery College Raptors take down the number 1 seed Howard Community College Dragons. Now, a very anticipated matchup. The 2 seed Chesapeake College Skipjacks take on the 3 seed, the Cecil College Seahawks. These are 2 teams, tend to be good pretty much every year. Cecil comes into today 20-11 on the season, and you have Chesapeake is 27-4. So a very impressive record for this Chesapeake team. What are you expecting from these 2 teams?
I mean, these are not only 2 of the better teams in the region, these are 2 of the better teams in the nation for Division II. These are 2 stacked, diversified, great depth teams. They've got everything that you want in a squad. You've got the height, you've got the strength, you've got the guard play, you got the shooting. Both squads know how to put up a lot of points. I'm expecting a high-scoring, high-paced game, and just hang on to your seats. It's going to be a thriller. I'd be shocked if it were anything less than that.
Both of these teams average over 80 points per game. Cecil comes in 82.3 per game. Chesapeake 87.6. They met on February 15th, and Chesapeake took Cecil down 87-63. Anything can happen. As we saw in the last game, the Dragons had beaten the Raptors by 9 points previously. They lose by 8 points. Very interesting game coming up. You have some 4 out of the starting 5 for Chesapeake average double figures. Leading the way is DJ Earl, number 4, 16 points per game. On the other side, Vernon Simmons averages 14.7. They have 3 out of their 5 starters who average over 10 points per game. So I expect some scoring. Good coaches. Ed Durham for Cecil's been doing it. He took this Cecil team. They finished 3rd a few years back before COVID. Right? It was before COVID? Yeah. It was the season before COVID because we didn't play the COVID tournament. So very experienced, very good coach. Andrew Sachs on the other side, pretty good coach. Both little contrasting styles. Andrew Sachs is very animated. He's going to be much similar to Montgomery College's coach of this past game. I'm excited.
Yeah, and you might have the 2 best guards in the entire region going up against each other. DJ Earl versus Dominic Carrington. Those are the 2 that I've got my eyes on. Both are high-volume scorers, but playmakers as well. I cannot wait to see that. So number 3 versus number 4 is on Chesapeake. Keep an eye on those 2. You're going to see a ton of buckets out of those 2 guys in particular.
Yep, and you do not want to they are heading towards their, one of them is going to have their last game in junior college tonight. So it'll be very interesting. Let's get into the starters. We'll start with the 3 seed Cecil. Again, they're coached by Ed Durham, assisted by Mike Jerome, Brian Selby, and Kendrick Sumter. Like you said, number 3, Dominic Carrington, sophomore guard. Number 4, Frank Toney, another sophomore guard. Number 21, Vernon Simmons, a sophomore guard. Number 23, Marlon Lewis, a sophomore forward. And number 33, Luke Moore, a freshman forward. So a lot of veterans on this team playing tonight. For the Skipjacks, again, 27-4, an impressive regular season record. You have number 1, a sophomore Lamont Powell. Number 2, a sophomore Ezekiel Edwards. Number 3, a sophomore Isaiah Cradle. Number 4, sophomore guard DJ Earl. And number 5, a sophomore guard Jay-Sean Freeman. 1 through 5 is their starting 5. As someone who has not had the opportunity to call this team other than 1 game this year, I appreciate that from the coaching staff.
Yeah, I do find it interesting. 9 out of the 10 starters in this game are sophomores. So as far as junior college basketball goes, you've got a lot of veteran experience on the court all at the same time to start this game.
So, yeah, both of these teams score a lot of points. The last game, only one of them got into the 80s. I feel like it's playoff basketball. We thought it was going to be a high-scoring game last game. I think this is going to be a much lower scoring game. I think the defenses are going to take over this game.
You think so?
I do.
Well, in talking to Coach Durham, he said that it was just sort of an off night the last time that they played Chesapeake. I don't see it. I see the high scoring. They're in the mid to high 80s, both teams, and it's just going to be. It's a heavyweight bout. You've got Holyfield versus
Tyson.
Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of it for a second. Yeah, I mean it's going to be exchanging body blows back and forth. I think that they're just going to keep wanting to go at each other. There's going to be no letting up at all. I don't think either team's going to want to slow it down either. I think they're just going to want to go and just push the pace. Both teams probably feel like they have the advantage in being able to do so. We'll see which one comes out on top.
Yep, and Chesapeake did not play any games on neutral courts this year, so they're 0-0. Cecil's 2-2 on neutral courts. I don't think that's really mattered so far this year. We are going to switch the camera, so both teams are taking the court. You will have number 23, Marlon Lewis, will be going for the tip-off to start this fourth and final game of the semifinals. Again, tomorrow we will be back. Women's championship game between Essex Community College, the Knights. They will be taking on Montgomery, the Raptors. So we have two Montgomery teams that will be in the finals tomorrow. Two Montgomery teams with the chance to punch their ticket to the final.
Tell you, a bad day for Howard, but a great day for Montgomery.
It is. Yep.
They are certainly riding high right now.
So joining out on the court, number 2, that is Ezekiel Edwards. He will be going up against Marlon Lewis, and we are underway for the final game of the night. Cecil wins the tip-off. Frank Toney pulls it down. And here we go. Marlon Lewis over to Moore. Now a 2-point mid-range turnaround jumper for Marlon Lewis. Good shot.
And right away you see Marlon Lewis just turnaround jumper, feeling good. Good off-ball screen set by Carrington to set him free.
Lamont Powell gets his pass stolen away by Marlon Lewis, and a two-handed slam, and Marlon Lewis came to play tonight.
Lewis setting the tone early, 4 points in the first 30 seconds of the game. I mean, a dunk like that, that's certainly going to energize your team as well.
Powell needs some help. He bounces it. Quick 2-point shot by Frank Toney. He gets it to go nothing but net. Now on the other end, calm it down.
You still believe in that low-scoring game there, Matt?
I'm starting to doubt it more and more. My apologies, by the way. Skipjacks was DJ Earl was the score. I looked at the wrong roster. 7-2 Seahawks are up.
That was Carrington again. The guard just knocks that one right down.
Earl gets it to drop, and he will have a chance at a three-point play. The foul is going to be on Frank Toney.
Like I said, two of the best guards arguably in the nation for Division II. Carrington and Earl. They're just going to go back and forth, and who can score more.
All right, the chance for the three-point play. He converts it. 2-point lead for the Seahawks. Now Frank Toney brings it down the other end. Picks up his dribble, needs some help, bounces over to Lewis. Thought about it. Now Carrington for 3. Misses it. Rebound goes to Powell, the Seahawks. Skipjacks, sorry. 2 S's. It's going to mess with me.
Well, 2 CS's.
Yeah.
Oh, really get in your head. Ooh, that was misplayed there.
Misplay by Luke Moore. Easy rebound, and he gets it to go out of bounds, so it will stay with the Skipjacks, and they have a chance to tie or take the lead with this second chance. Inbound to Earl. Earl backing down Carrington. He throws it down low to Edwards. Edwards spins around, has to kick it out. Extra pass in the corner. Lamont Powell for 3. And the Skipjacks have a lead, their first lead of the night, 8-7.
You know, the forwards are going to make their plays, but this is really going to be just a battle of the guards scoring, some of the better guards that you're going to see around.
Marlon Lewis takes on his defender and scores it. He is amped.
Apparently Lewis is going to say, nope, it's going to be about forwards today, just to prove me wrong right away.
Lamont Powell gets the pass from his teammate Freeman. Powell kicks it out. 3-point shot for Edwards, and he hits that. It's going to be a high-scoring game.
You change your mind?
Unless we get a drought. Unless we get a major drought, it is going to be a high-scoring game.
I don't see a drought happening with these teams.
Missed wild shot by Dominic Carrington and heading the other way. A block. Oh, they're going to call a foul. The foul is going to be on Vernon Simmons. He is not happy about it, but going to the line for 2 free throws is Ja'Shawn Freeman. Averaging 14.2 points per game. He has a 78% free throw shot this season. First one drops. Three-point lead. Misses the second one, battle for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off the Skipjacks, so it'll be Seahawks ball. First sub of the game goes to Jordan Strickland, coming in for Luke Moore. All right, Frank Toney. Now Lewis for 3. Just misses that. Rebound by Strickland, gets knocked out of his hands, but it will go out of his hands. So it will be Skipjack's ball. They are discussing it, and they changed the call, so the Seahawks will get it. Toney gets it in. Pump fake, but then he steps out of bounds. So out of bounds, Dominic Carrington. Skipjack's ball right in front of the stands, and Lamont Powell gets the inbound, and we're back underway. A little over 3 minutes gone in this first half. Extra pass, Lamont Powell. He hits that, and that is a 3-point shot.
Powell is feeling it today. 2 of 2 from 3-point range, even has a couple of assists to go along. He's basically been involved in every single point that the Skipjacks have scored in this game.
Missed shot by Vernon Simmons, and the Skipjacks are quickly heading the other way. Now driving baseline, tries to hit a reverse layup, misses it, is number 5, Freeman, and now the Seahawks between the legs pass from Simmons, and now a forced 2-point shot is missed by Carrington, but Strickland misses the second chance opportunity, and now Freeman has it, drops it back to DJ Earl. He misses it, and now Seahawks heading the other way. Frank Toney with the ball. Gets it over to Carrington. Carrington kicks it back to Lewis. Lewis misses the shot. And Powell has it. Inside to Ezekiel Edwards. Turnaround jumper short off the front rim. Frank Toney's going to push it. He's going to push it all the way and gets it to go, and will have a chance at a 3-point play. What a play by Frank Toney.
As you can see, both teams, as soon as they get the ball, looking to push the pace. Skipjacks doing a good job of keeping their spacing, tried to work it inside that time to Edwards, and it was a good play. I like the idea of the turnaround jumper.
Powell picks up his first foul. Coming in the game for the Skipjacks, number 14, Justin DeMaria, and then coming in for Cecil, number 20, Myron Bevins, and number 22, Kevin Neal. Frank Toney, chance to complete his 3-point play, and he does not get it to go. Skipjacks come down with the rebound. And DJ Earl now back to Freeman. Cradle now. Extra pass. Earl steps in, stops, pops, gets the friendly roll. Good mid-range jumper from DJ Earl.
And that's the danger of Earl. You have to acknowledge that at least the outside shots, then he just pump fakes, gets inside, and a nice mid-range jumper from him.
And Frank Toney hits the shot just before the 30-second timeout by the Skipjacks.
And Coach Andy Sachs getting into his Chesapeake squad has to be about just getting back on defense, as Cecil has had some success pushing the ball up the court and been getting good looks.
Skipjacks 60% from the field. 6 of 10, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 60% from three-point range. DJ Earl leads all scorers, 7 points. Marlon Lewis leads his team with 6 points, 1 rebound. And we've been a little over 5 minutes into this first half. It's been 30 points on the board. So if you took the over at the beginning of the game.
You know, we've been watching, 7 straight hours of basketball basically at this point, and for the most part it's been low scoring, especially early on. This is the first game that we've had today where both teams really just jumping out and hitting their shots early.
And maybe they were antsy. They watched the Raptors-Dragons game go extended a little bit time-wise in the time frame, so they were antsy to get out here, and they're making the most of it. DJ Earl now is able to break the relatively soft press by the Seahawks, more of just an annoyance than anything else. Good pass. Edwards gets stripped by Frank Toney. Frank Toney, MVP of this game so far for the Seahawks. Now Simmons struggles. He gets his pass tipped, but they're able to save it. And now they're going to reset with number 22, Kevin Neal. Kevin Neal gets a pick. He needs help. Gets it to Toney. 11 seconds. Toney's going to drive. Nice fadeaway. Misses it. Rebounded by DeMaria for the Skipjacks, and DJ Earl's pushing it up. Freeman. Now Earl. Going to drive to his right, take on everybody. Left-handed layup, misses it, but he will have a chance at 2 free throws.
And that's such a good job by Earl again, where he's able to work his way inside. Strickland was there, but he just didn't get his body set. He was turned sideways and just kind of threw his arm up in the air. Not the way you want to play defense there. You got to square your body up to him and try to take him on chest to chest.
Jordan Strickland committed the foul. Earl, first free throw, does not get the friendly roll this go around. Carrington comes back in for Cecil. Alicia Gray and Lamont Powell come onto the court. Skipjacks can stretch it to a 5-point lead if he makes this free throw here. Gets that one to go, 18-13, 13:42 left in the first half. Simmons wants a pick. Now Carrington. Neal to Simmons. Simmons is going to drive, and he gets
a lot of contact. That's just being let go.
But I guess they consider it a block, but after 3 or 4 opportunities, Vernon Simmons is able to get the basket to drop. Coach Durham has a couple words for the ref as he sprints by. Lamont Powell. Gets it to DeMaria.
Isolation play that DeMaria didn't really take advantage of.
Freeman needs help, kicks it out to Powell. Powell for 3. He hits that one.
Lamont Powell is feeling it tonight. Did I mention that? 3 for 3 from three-point range.
9 points early on.
Cecil might want to think about guarding him.
Strickland misses it off the backboard. Battle for the ball. It goes up, almost in, and then tapped in by number 20, Myron Bevins.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before, where the scramble for the ball in the court flips up so much that it's a great assist. I don't know if I can give that to an assist to anybody, but it was a great one, whoever had it.
Yeah. All right, now Jay-Sean Freeman running point, drops it off to Powell. Powell moves to his right, picks up his dribble, bounces it over to Gregory. 8 seconds left, and it's poked away by Neal. Neal gets his hands on it and gets it, converts the left-handed layup.
Big play by Kevin Neal, and for Cecil, they've done a great job defensively creating the turnovers and are getting the points off of it. Not shooting quite as well as Chesapeake, but those fast break baskets are making up for it.
Jay-Sean Freeman gets the foul called on him and hits the basket. Has a chance at a three-point play. The foul is going to be on number 21. That is Vernon Simmons. That's his second foul. And Marlon Lewis comes back out onto the court. Freeman, chance to make a three-point play. Gets that one to drop. 24-19. The Skipjacks are in the lead. Strickland taking on everybody, throws up a floater, does not get it to bounce. I thought it was going to drop. And DJ Earl heading the other way. Freeman, thinking about it, gets over to Powell. Now Freeman will shoot the three, and he gets it to go.
Ring around the rosy.
Right? That spun around like 3 or 4 times at least. Down low, turnover, sloppy pass by Strickland. And it is stolen away by DeMaria of the Skipjacks. Now Freeman will shoot another three. Ooh, just misses that. Earl goes up and gets that to drop. And a timeout is called by Coach Durham and the Seahawks. It is a full. We're going to step away. 10-point lead by Seahawks, 29-19, 10:44 left in the first half. All right, coming out of the timeout, a much-needed timeout. A full timeout, I think, was a smart decision as well. You just let the Skipjacks kind of get a quick double-digit lead after, being up for a while, but they went on this little run. Now they're up by 10. You really got to get your team together so they can stop this bleeding. Strickland now with the ball, and he throws it away. Oh, no, they're saying it's tipped off of the Skipjacks, so it will stay with the Seahawks.
Yeah, and it was a good timeout by Coach Durham when you see DJ Earl going in there, getting an offensive rebound, then putting the layup off of you without really being contested much at all for it. Good idea to get your team reset.
And Carrington could not handle the pass, steps out of bounds. So it'll be Skipjack's ball. Powell. Bounces it over to Freeman. Freeman down low to Edwards. Edwards throws it high. Freeman steps in, misses the floater, rebounded by Strickland.
What a good job by Edwards there to box out his man and give the open look for Freeman.
Carrington with what a move. Misses the layup, but had a heck of a move to get his defender out of his zone. Now Powell on the other end gets it to the drop back Freeman. Freeman hesitates, and he's going to take it the whole way and get the layup. He hit a three, made his defender think he was going to shoot one, and got that open lane.
Yeah, and Cecil, no help in sight there, no weak side help at all, as Freeman just went diving right through the middle of the zone.
Edwards smacks the ball out of Strickland's hand, but it goes off of Edwards, so it will stay with the Seahawks. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Lewis gets it into Strickland. Strickland's going to drive baseline, goes up, gets it stolen away, and Lamont Powell is heading down now for three. Earl misses everything, but Cradle ends up getting the pass/rebound, and a foul is now on number 23, Marlon Lewis, and Cradle will go to a line for two.
Coach Durham starting to get a little bit more frustrated with the referees. 5-1 on the foul call, and when you have back-to-back possessions where there's a lot of contact on one end, no call, a lot of contact on the other end, and there is a call, it's tough for a coach to really eat through that one.
It really is. Cradle makes the first one, 32-19. Cradle now for the second shot, misses that. Rebound goes to Bevins. Carrington stops, pops a three, and he hits it. Wow. Just like that.
That's the best way to stop the momentum, is just going down there and get your best player to take a good look at the three and knock it down.
Lamont Powell gets around his defender, and it goes out of bounds off of the Seahawks.
That time Cecil did have the help side coming, and Bevins jumped all over that and smacked it away.
"19 seconds will be on the shot clock. Powell will look to inbound it. He's going to get it in to DiMaria, who's being guarded by Lewis. Now Edwards, extra pass to Powell. Powell shoots it, misses it.
Ooh, that's
Cradle hits it, but I thought that was on the rim.
I think it might have been on the rim. That was very close to being
Cradle gets
goaltending.
fouled, so Cradle is going to go to the line for two shots. That was so close. Cradle makes the first one. Vernon Simmons coming back into the game for number 20, Myron Bevins. "12-point lead. Strickland wanted to push it forward. They decided against it. Frank Toney now with the ball.
Neither team playing a lot of zone defense. It's mostly just been man-to-man straight up, creating a lot of space in the middle right now with Cecil staying spread out.
Carrington got it down low to Strickland. Strickland gets fouled, so he will go to the line for two. Foul is going to be on number 3. That is Cradle. Strickland, just a 54% free throw shooter this season. Makes the first one, though.
And it feels like Cecil has had a little bit more of an advantage in the paint. They've had some good, tough play from Lewis, from Strickland, and I think that's where Cecil's got to try to take advantage, whereas Chesapeake, they've got a lot of guards. They're smaller players. They're trying to play more outside. But if you're Cecil, try to bang it into the paint a little bit more than they have been.
Strickland makes both of them. So a 10-point game again, Lamont Powell. Now DiMaria, and a three-point shot by Cradle. Frank Toney now. He was hot in the beginning for Cecil. He drops it back to Simmons. Simmons hands off to Carrington. Now Simmons gets it back. and he misses the layup. Lamont Powell pushing it, gets it up to DJ Earl. Earl over to Cradle, extra pass to DiMaria, and he makes it. 2 straight threes for the Skipjacks, and just like that, a 16-point ball game.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that Chesapeake is the best shooting team in the region, and they are certainly showing it off tonight. 63% from three-point range so far in this game.
Tony tries to answer back with the 3. He misses it. Now it's a block from Marlon Lewis. And now Strickland gets a one-handed right-hand slam to try and give his team some energy. Powell. DJ Earl gets a pick. He's going to take it. Misses the layup, rebounded. But DiMaria, then Cradle, misses a floater in the lane, going across the front of the basket. Carrington gets it to Tony. Tony will shoot a 3. Misses that, and rebounded by Edwards. We are playing quick basketball. Powell gets it to Earl. Earl stops for 3, misses it over the backboard, and
oh man, I think that's actually a missed call. It didn't touch anything, it just bounced over.
yeah.
And it looked like Simmons had caught the ball while standing out of bounds. I think that might have been Chesapeake's ball there.
Frank Tony gets the inbound. He's going to run the point for his team, maybe trying to generate some more point opportunities for Carrington. Lewis cross-ups his defender, throws up a wild hook shot, misses it. DiMaria drops it back to Freeman. Freeman brings it up the court, kicks it to Cradle. Cradle thought about it. He's going to step back and shoot the 3 anyways, and it is short. Strickland catches it. And now that is a blocking call on Jayshon Freeman, and going to the line is going to be Kevin Neal, who is a 39.3% free throw shooter coming into today. Got the love. Double bounce off back iron and then hits the front and rolls in.
We've seen some weird bounces already in this game. And some swirls, and I don't know. I guess when you watch, 4 straight basketball games, you're going to see plenty of different things, but certainly this game's had plenty of it already.
Misses the second one. Edwards gets a rebound, and now Lamont Powell going to run the offense. And that is they call a double dribble on Lamont Powell. .5:55 left in this first half. Frank Tony will inbound the ball. Gets it into Dominic Carrington. He's going to drop it off to Neal. Neal crosses over his defender and gets the layup to go.
And Cecil again getting the advantage in the paint, doing a good job of getting to the rim, and that's where they have to keep living.
A foul is going to be called, I believe, on Dominic Carrington. That's his second.
That's a huge loss for Cecil to get the second foul. He's waving to his coach that, don't sub me out, I'll be fine. And looks like Coach Durham is going to be listening to him.
Do you think he's doing that because down 11, he gives you your best chance in these last 5 minutes? Oh, nope, not listening to him anymore. Vernon Simmons comes in for Dominic Carrington. DiMaria. Makes that one. It's a 1-and-1. Confused everybody. I thought it was a 1-and-1, but then even I got confused. I was like, oh, maybe. DiMaria, second one. Makes both of them. Now pushing it fast.
Oh, yeah, he lost his pivot foot.
That was so bad. The ref had his back turned, but by the time he turned around, he still was able to catch it.
It should have been the trail ref that helped him out there, but in the end, you're right. He ended up spotting it nonetheless.
Powell gets across the line. Powell gets it thrown away. Strickland gets called for the foul. That's his second. And Powell will go to the line for free throws. I think he might have a little bit of a legit gripe there.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Strickland looked like he had taken the ball out cleanly, and I mean we had a body in our way, so we didn't have the best angle at it, but it seemed like Strickland had gotten it away cleanly, and if he did, he was going the other way with an easy basket, uncontested.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and Strickland pulls down the rebound. Now Neal over to Tony. Inside to Strickland. Oh, nice pass by Strickland. Missed layup, though, by number 12. Nefari Benjamin, and a foul is going to be called on Vernon Simmons.
And that's the third on Simmons. That's trouble for the Seahawks.
Number 12 was trying to take it. Nefari Benjamin was like, no, it's me, it's me. Marlon Lewis is going to come in. Dominic Carrington's going to come in. So at the line is Elijah Gregory. Makes that one. Gregory makes both of them, 44-29, 5:11 left. In the first half, Carrington spins around. He gets partially blocked. Tony somehow comes up with it and cleans it up. Frank Tony, the #1 player, I feel like, for this Cecil team early on in the first half so far.
Yeah, Tony did a good job. A little bit of a chaotic moment for Cecil, but he just was able to grab the ball and went straight to the basket. Again, Cecil has had success getting to the rim. Chesapeake actually keeps trying to get to the rim and really haven't had success. They've had all their success going when they're from behind the arc, except for that, of course.
What a pass by Freeman. Tony did excellent defense on Freeman. Now Tony heading the other way, kicks it out to Lewis. And then Lewis gets blocked by DiMaria, but they are going to call a foul. Lewis will go to the line for 2. The foul is going to be on Ezekiel Edwards. That is his first. Is Marlon Lewis injured? Okay.
Yeah, he is injured. He might have rolled an ankle, but he's going to try to play through it.
He was angry. He was angry tying his shoe. As you see, he's standing on it very gingerly. Lewis definitely early on got that steal on that dunk, has a lot of energy. You can see that he helps bring his team up. He makes the first free throw while barely being able to walk on that thing currently. He's got a stink face on.
Are you for the shooters?
And Lewis makes both of them. He's going to come out.
Apparently you don't need 2 good ankles to make free throws at least.
Myron Bevins comes in for him. They could get the trainer to work on him.
Doing some parkour on one leg over there trying to get around to the training staff.
Very impressive. Powell gets pressured, and they're going to call a foul. It will be Cecil's ball. It is on Lamont Powell. That's his second foul. Oh, we are going to step away. There's an injury. We'll be back. All right, we are back. Lamont Powell taking the seat on the bench, getting some care by the trainer, but it looks like he'll be all right. Neal looking inbound, gets it to Tony. Strickland almost gets it to go. He misses it, but he will go to the line for 2. And the foul is going to be on Ezekiel Edwards, number 2. That's his second foul. I was listening to Cecil's little huddle while we were dealing with the injury, and Frank Toney told his team it starts on the defensive end, and I think he's the kind of guy you might want on your team.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's absolutely right. I mean, Chesapeake is just shooting so well that, I mean, there's a certain amount of that where you don't expect them to shoot that well over the course of the game, but the best way you can stop that from happening is just to play better defense and lock them up a little bit better, tighten it up, contest those three-point shots, force them to go inside more where you've had the advantage.
Isaiah Cradle comes into the game for Ezekiel Edwards. Just picked up the foul. Strickland misses the first free throw. Makes the second one, cuts it to 12 points. And we get an air mail.
Thought that was coming to you for a second.
I thought it was going to hit our streaming computer. Really throw it for a loop. A full timeout by Chesapeake. So we'll be back 46-34. Skipjacks up, 4:11 left in the first half. All right, we are back coming out of that
Then you come do it.
timeout. The Skipjacks just had a turnover, so it will be Seahawks ball. They have a chance to cut it to 10 or even single digits if they land a 3 here. And Bevins gets it into Tony. Gets it down to Strickland. Strickland going across the front. Gets it on the baseline. Nice job by Neal to realize the block might have been there. So he just laid it up.
That was set up by Strickland, who was able to work his way into the paint, force the extra attention from the Chesapeake defense, and Neal opened wide up. And
the foul's going to be who did they call?
that was on Bevins.
Okay, called it on Myron Bevins. That's his first. Cradle, who's made a home at the line tonight, will go back.
I get the feeling that these coaches are not going to go hang out after this game and get a few alcoholic beverages together. Just have a feeling that they're not buddy.
Yes, this is the men's matchup version of Coach Barnes versus Coach C.
A lot of mutual respect. not besties.
A lot of energy, too.
Yeah.
And Cradle makes both of them back up to 12. Neal hands it off to Bevins. Bevins tries to split the defense, somehow gets it to Strickland. Strickland throws up a shot, misses it, partially blocked, I think, by Cradle. And now we are, Freeman gets it across the line. He kicks it out to DiMaria. DiMaria for three, and he hits that one.
The three-point shooting of Chesapeake continues to shine through. 8 of 15 from three-point range.
Carrington gets fouled on Jayshon Freeman. That's his second. A 1-and-1 coming to Carrington. Carrington 6 points so far in tonight's game. 75% from the free throw line. Makes it, gets a friendly
Second
bounce.
time we've seen a double large bounce off that rim and go in from a free throw.
Yeah, that rim is definitely the friendlier of the two, even though this one had the spin around for like 10 minutes.
That's true. It's just a friendly arena. You know, Carrington had a great start to the game, a little bit silent since those first few minutes, and makes a couple of free throws there to try to get his scoring back up.
Carrington made the next one. Earl got it up to DiMaria. Back to Earl. Freeman calls out a play for the Skipjacks. DiMaria spins around. Gregory drives. Just throws up a underhook, misses it, gets the offensive rebound though, and then a shot clock violation.
Oh, that hit the rim though.
I think did hit the rim.
All the referees looking at each other, just kind of discussing it.
It hit the glass and grazed the rim, but a graze is a hitting. So.
Oh man, and they're gonna call a shot clock violation.
So back underway, Tony gets it into Neal. Hands it off to Tony, back to Neal. He thought about it, now he's gonna drive, kicks it out for three for Bevins. Bevins misses it, Strickland big, gets a rebound, and then he is fouled. I believe the foul is gonna be on number 3, Cradle.
I love what Strickland is bringing for Cecil right now. Just that internal toughness that they need to try to muscle their way through. But he's just fighting for every rebound. He's 1 of 7 from the floor, so he's not having his best shooting game, but just the toughness that he's bringing in the game right now, exactly what Cecil needs to try to just impose their will a little bit on Chesapeake.
Strickland misses the first free throw. You know, he came off the bench, but he's been out ever since because he definitely has brought some of that energy that Marlon Lewis brought early in the first half. Misses both of them. DiMaria gets the rebound. Now Earl gets it across the line. Earl, mid-range jumper, does not get the roll this time. Gregory, it goes off of him, so it will be Seahawks ball.
Love the fight 13. For the rebound there, though. There's a whole lot of guys that were going up for that one. Just something about, you know, like 3-4 guys all going for a rebound, fighting for the possession, valuing each possession. Playoff basketball at its finest.
Carrington now drops it off to Neal. Neal needs some help. Backs it out to Tony. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Tony gets it into Strickland. Strickland spins around. Does not get it there. That was a very late call. That was a very, very late call.
Honestly, that was a good spin move. If anything, I thought that should have been a flop. It looked like a good spin move. That was minimal contact that went into it. I cannot see any way that that's a charge.
That's our second spin move charge of the day.
And it's when you're doing a spin move like that, you're making a lateral movement more than you are towards the basket. So any contact the Chesapeake player felt there was clearly not too much, let's just say the least.
Skipjacks give a gift away. Carrington, good body control, gets the 2-point bucket, cuts it to 11 points. The Skipjacks have been kind of faltering recently, making some mistakes. Almost threw it away. Good job by number 15 to just tap it down to DJ Earl. That was Taquan Courtney. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Gregory. So Bevins, 107 on the clock, inbounds it to Frank Toney. If you're Coach Durham, you got to be a little happy your team's been able to get some calls and claw their way back in. Block off the backboard is Gregory, and then a travel is called on Luke Moore. I don't think either team is going to be happy with the refs at halftime.
I mean, how often are the teams happy with the refs?
That is true. Di Maria gets through, almost turns it over, but Freeman's able to keep it calm. Under a minute, 48 seconds and counting. Freeman driving to his right, gets away with a bit of a push off. Now over to Courtney. Now Earl, 5 seconds left. He's going to shoot a three, hits it front rim. Gregory gets the offensive rebound. And they get to reset up. 8 seconds left. 6, 5. Earl drives, he gets fouled at the hoop by Luke Moore. Little bit of jawing between the Skipjacks and Seahawks.
And that's just the play of DJ Earl. Continues to be an offensive force for Chesapeake.
Foul is on Luke Moore.
Moore hasn't gotten a whole lot of minutes. He did start the game, came back in, and tried to be the rim protector there, and Earl did a good job of absorbing the foul.
Missed the first free throw. Earl makes the second one. 12-point game, 10 seconds left. Neal brings it up the court, gets a pick from Moore. Now Carrington, he's gonna have to fire off a three. Quick shot, misses it. So at halftime, the Skipjacks are up 52, Seahawks 40. We will be back.
All right, joined at halftime here by Chesapeake College assistant coach Delonte Joyce. Coach Joyce, you're up 52-40 at halftime. How you feeling right now?
Of course, can't be mad at having the lead, you know what I mean? But we had a lot of small errors that we're about to go in halftime and try to fix. So many turnovers that could have been avoided. We just want to go into the second half fixing the mistake of turning the ball over.
You guys are shooting really well from the three-point line. I'm assuming that's part of your strategy, just to use your shooters and keep hitting them and keep that the space in the court spread out.
Yes, sir. So, of course, it's never bad to have shooters. So, with us, our offense is based around spacing, so we can get our shooters open. Right now, we're shooting 50%, which is good. Hopefully, we can keep that up in the second half. DJ
Earl, one of the best guards in the region. Tell me a little bit about the impact that he's bringing to your team right now and just the leadership that he brings out there on the court.
DJ, so, as you just said, one of the better guards in the region is our leading scorer and also our best defender. So we rely a lot on DJ to, not only score but to guard the other team's best player, which he's doing pretty good on number 3, Carrington, right now.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck to you in the second half.
No problem.
All right. Joined here at halftime by Cecil assistant coach Mike Jerome. Coach, you're down 12 at halftime. What's the mood in the locker room at that break there?
We're not just going to give up. We went in there and just let the guys know, like, you got 20 minutes left or your season's over. We've been in this spot this year. We had a couple of comebacks in the second half. So just go out, fight, make shots, make stops, and come out ready to play.
Dominic Carrington, one of the best guards in the region. He's got 10 points in the first half, but almost feels like you need more from him in the second half. What are you looking for out of him here?
Yeah, Nick's our heart and soul of the team, so big shots, but it's going to start on the defensive end. So get stops, get steals, and translate it to the offensive end.
Chesapeake is shooting 50% from the three-point line, 8 of 16. I'm assuming that's something that you guys discussed and how to try to stop that and not let them shoot that well in the second half.
Absolutely. I mean, they're a great shooting team. All around the whole team can shoot it. So what we just got to run them off the line, make them pass, and just try to hope they miss it. Like I said, they're great shooters, so we just got to run them off the line, try to get stops and get rebounds.
You're having some success there getting into the paint. Jordan Strickland was getting in there. Vernon Simmons, even Marlon Lewis had some good success. Are you hoping to try to beat them more on the inside and get into the rim a little bit more?
Yeah, we think we're a little bigger, so we want to eat inside. We just got to we're getting in there. We just got to finish. A lot of missed layups in the first half. We just got to execute and put the ball in the basket.
Thanks for your time. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, good.
We'll be back with you 1 minute till the start of the second half. Be right back with the action.
All right, Matt Trudell, Mark Winkle back with you. We are about 20 seconds away for the start of the second half, so you got to interview a couple coaches during halftime. How did that go?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what you would expect. Chesapeake, they're feeling good about what happened. They want to keep shooting and and for them, they want to really focus on the defensive side to hold down Chesapeake or hold down Cecil. For Cecil, they know that it's got to start on the defensive side. They've got to slow down the Chesapeake side. They've got to take away those three-pointers. And, yeah, they feel like they have the advantage in the paint. They feel like they've got the bigger size, and I would imagine that they're going to try to just do everything they can to get to the rack as much as they can. And, again, it's one of those things, the cliche, there's no such thing as a 12-point shot in basketball.
Yep.
You've got to just start chipping away one at a time. It doesn't mean you have to start shooting up three-pointers and get it all at once. You just little by little and start working your way back in.
And no surprise, DJ Earl leads all scores, 11 points. Dominic Carrington leads his team 10 points. So just like that, as expected, the guard play has been pretty good. And we are underway. Lamont Powell is back on the court after getting injured late in the first half. Now Earl driving, misses the layup. Lewis gets the rebound, but a soft pass. Cradle stole it, but Earl wasn't ready for the pass from Cradle, so it is a turnover, then another turnover. So it will be Seahawks ball.
Yeah, great play by Cradle, but Marlon Lewis, he made a good rebound, but there's no reason to force the pass there. I know you want him to work quickly, but you got to take care of the basketball. Turnovers are going to be the Achilles heel of any team, especially when you're trying to come back.
Carrington now gets it over to Moore. Moore shoots it in and out, but nice job on the offensive glass. Vernon Simmons puts it back up and in.
And again, talk about the size advantage for Cecil. They've got to take advantage, and a big part of that is crashing the offensive glass and getting those second chance points.
Cradle can't handle the pass, and Frank Toney heading the other way for the Seahawks. But then the pass is stolen away by DJ Earl. And now Powell.
And I think Toney had a chance to get to the rim there and just go for a layup himself. Again, we talked about love unselfish play, but sometimes it just calls to be a little bit more selfish.
Powell had to deal with a little bit of pressure. Now Freeman Over to baseline Edwards. That's got to be a charge, and they call it. That is a charge.
And Coach Sachs is going to start arguing, look at the restricted zone. Was he in it? And the referee immediately saying, no, 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 he was not.
Vernon Simmons, 2 points on the offense for his team, and then draws a charge.
And Simmons is on the court with 3 fouls, so if he had picked up his 4th there, that would have been a massive swing.
Frank Toney now, and he gets fouled. They called that on Lamont Powell. That is his 3rd. Did they call that on?
Yeah, they did, yes.
Okay. Delayed scoreboard. All right, Carrington, he gets the inbound, shoots the 3, and gets it to drop. And that's big. First 5 points of the second half go to this Seahawks team. They cut it to 7.
And that's how you do it. Again, it starts with the defensive side. They've been able to hold Chesapeake scoreless the last 2 minutes, and you know there's no doubt that Cecil will get their points.
Frank Toney's going to commit that foul there.
And I like the idea of doubling down there because Edwards was showing the ball a little bit. Tony liked the chance of trying to snag it away, just couldn't quite time it quite right as Edwards was able to pull it in and got held.
Shot clock resets to 20 seconds. And now Skipjacks looking to inbound it, gets it to DJ Earl. He drives, kicks it out. Freeman open for 3 on the baseline, and he drains that. Much needed.
Such a good play by DJ Earl as he wanted to try to drive the lane, decided to kick it out instead, and great vision there.
Moore, a little too strong off the backboard, same team, and Edwards travels. So the Seahawks will have another chance. Simmons, nice move, splits the defenders, gets the layup off the backboard.
Chesapeake coaches said, watch the curl in. That was the curl in, and Vernon Simmons caught the ball after the curl, split between 2 defenders, a strong drive in.
Freeman now gets it over to Earl. Earl hesitates, he's gonna drive baseline, tries for a reverse layup. I think there was some contact, but no call. Moore comes down with it.
Yeah, Moore did a good job of going straight up with his body, and Earl bumped into him, but legal contact.
And Frank Toney takes it all the way down, gets the layup, and will have a chance at a 3-point play. The foul's on number 3. That is Isaiah Cradle. That is his 3rd foul. Di Maria's gonna come in for Cradle.
Well, it was a 12-point deficit at halftime. Seahawks already chipping away at that pretty well. But again, it just you're absolutely right. It's Frank Toney and just the way that he plays the game. It's a leadership kind of play. You know, he might not.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell whether he's a vocal leader, but his play is leadership qualities in itself. Just because how do you not want to play hard when you've got your guard like just going hard like that every single play?
And he does it on both ends. You know, a lot of the time if you just score, you might not have necessarily the full respect. But he plays on both ends hard. It's 5 seconds left. Earl kicks it out, and a charge for Earl. And that is his first foul, but things are not going well for the Skipjacks right now. I believe it's a full timeout. It is a full timeout. We're going to step away. 5-point lead from the Skipjacks, but it is dwindling. 16:38 left in the second half. All right. We are back with you. Both teams back out on the court. Frank Tony gets the inbound from his teammate. They have a chance to make it a three-point game here, and that is a travel on Carrington, so a mistake coming out of the timeout. It will be the Skipjacks ball. Freeman will look to inbound. Inbounds to Lamont Powell, and we are back underway. Powell getting guarded by Tony. He struggles with it. He's running out of time. And he gets it stolen away by Carrington, who taps it to Tony, and then Tony gets the layup on the other end. Great defensive energy by both Carrington and Tony.
Yeah, but it was Tony that started it, and then Carrington came over and helped him out to provide the finish on the steal.
Edwards for three, and he hits that. Quiet down the Cecil fans. Now Tony already over within 3 seconds. Simmons over to Tony. He pump fakes, steps in, deep two, and he gets that to go.
How do you not love the pace of this game? This is basketball at its finest.
I'd buy a Frank Tony jersey if I could. Lamont Powell now.
It is duly noted who your vote is for player of the game.
Now Freeman. Powell, who's been relatively quiet since he got those early 9 points, misses that three. Carrington now. Simmons for three. Ooh, could have tied it up there, missed it. And Freeman now bringing it up. Freeman moves to his left, picks up his dribble, gets it to Earl. Earl for three, and he hits that, so back up to 6 points. Frank Tony now. Drives, gets it to Marlon Lewis. Marlon Lewis gets blocked by DiMaria, and now DJ Earl heading the other way, and he loses control of the ball. I believe they said it was out off of Cecil, so it will stay with the Skipjacks. Lamont Powell comes out of the game. So does Marlon Lewis. Oh, they gave a tech to somebody. So a technical foul was called on Marlon Lewis. That's kind of a big foul because your team's making this charge. They've been winning the second half so far. First free throw is good for Freeman. Freeman's had himself a pretty good game so far. That brings him up to 14 points on the game, and Chesapeake will retain possession of the ball. So that was just such a huge foul. Such a huge technical for Marlon Lewis. Now inbound to DJ Earl. Now Freeman for three, and he hits that one. And just like that, it's an 11-point game again. Frank Tony now gets it to Vernon Simmons. He gets fouled. He was going for the dunk. He gets fouled, I believe. It's going to be on Edwards. That is Edwards.
It's 4 on Edwards,
Fourth
so he's
foul.
got to come out now. And that's really the primary forward position player for Chesapeake.
Yeah, Cradle's going to come back in. I think he has 3, so definitely walking a line right now.
And the advantage that Cecil has in the post is just going to increase with Edwards coming out.
Missed the first one. Neal comes in for more for the Seahawks. Strickland comes back into the game for the Seahawks as well. Misses both of them. And the Skipjacks are able to get the rebound. 11-point lead. Freeman gets it across the line. Now Earl. He gets a pick from his teammate. Now he's going to drive. He lays it up off the bottom of the rim. He's able to save it, though, and Gregory, who just came into the game for the Skipjacks, resets. 12 seconds left. Freeman, step back, misses the shot, rebounded by Tony. Now Tony's heading all the way down, gets around Gregory and gets the layup to drop. And a timeout, 30-second timeout is called by Coach Durham of Cecil. And they make it a 9-point game. Cecil fans wanted a foul. So let's look at some things. Both teams shooting mid-40s. Chesapeake 46%. 55% from three-point range, though, is just absolutely ridiculous.
And it's not like you're talking about, just a couple of them. You're talking about 23 pointers and 11 made.
Yep.
And another big difference, is Chesapeake is getting to the free throw line, 16 of 21 from the free throw line. We've seen a lot of fouls in this game and a lot of free throws. Chesapeake has a big advantage there as well, and all these things, they add up very quickly.
And when Chesapeake's lucky, they have 15 turnovers, and they've given up 20 points off turnovers, and still are up by 9, so. An exciting game we definitely have. Both teams 14 fouls, so it seems to even out. Early in the first half, things were definitely going Skipjack's ways with the foul call. Carrington gets a steal, misses the floater. Neal gets the rebound, and he gets it up off the backboard. So 7 points. Now Freeman gets it to DiMaria, taps it up to Cradle. There's 2-on-1. He throws it up to Gregory. Gregory can't handle it.
And that's just unnecessary. Why would you throw that up for an alley-oop? Oh, no, Gregory. Oh, no. Oh, man. I think that was just a gruesome arm injury.
Yeah, they need someone to come in. That was bad. Coming into the game for Chesapeake is Zim Sana.
Wishing all the best to
Yes.
Gregory, and hopefully he's going to be okay over there.
Tony brings it up. Now Strickland, he loses it though. And Freeman's heading the other way. And he is fouled by Carrington. And that is Carrington's third foul. Freeman back underway with the Skipjacks. Thought about a step back. He's going to back it out. Get a pick from his teammate. No success there. Now Cradle. Cradle's going to drive. Gets it down low to Sana, who makes the extra pass to DiMaria. DiMaria tries to get it to Cradle. He ends up getting it to Cradle, and Cradle finishes on the other side.
That's a big-time play by Cradle after making a mistake on the decision to pass that one. Goes up strong, makes a big layup, and gets into double-digit scoring.
Strickland thought about it. He's driving to his left, takes it all the way to the basket. He gets fouled. Foul is going to be on Azim Sana, number 21. That's his first.
Skipjacks are light on size available to them right now. Sana, first appearance in this game, and they need him to play well. First appearance that we see really from him. Struggled to handle the ball offensively, gives up the foul defensively. I don't need a whole lot from him just to play some solid play. Just some kind of inside rim protector really is all that that Chesapeake is going to ask from Sana right now.
Strickland misses another one. He is only 39% from the free throw line. Ooh. A foul is called on Frank Toney. That is his third foul. Now Di Maria gets it across the line. Cradle thought about a three. Now he's going to take it. Misses it too strong. Toney gets the rebound. Running up the left is Carrington. Carrington gets it, shoots his own three, misses that. Rebound goes to Sana. And now DJ Earl. Oh, and it's thrown away.
That's how you do it, Matt.
Mark
That's
Winkle
how
ends
you
up
do
with
it.
the souvenir. So a turnover. Skipjacks in this second half are really shooting themselves in the foot and helping Cecil stay in it. Frank Toney now kicks it out to Neal. Neal's good drive, gets it to Sims. Sims gets blocked. They're gonna call the foul. I think the one ref on the baseline might have wanted to call a jump ball.
Yeah, and then he deferred to his partner on the backside who had a better angle at whether there was some contact, and it is going to end up being a foul on Cradle, and that's his fourth.
Simmons. Shot, gets the first one to drop. Gets that one to drop, but they call a lane violation.
Oh, man, and that's a point that they just took away from Cecil.
Yep.
You just can't do that.
Freeman gets it knocked out of his hands. So it will be Cecil's ball again. Now Strickland driving across the middle of the lane, gets some contact, misses the shot. He wanted a foul definitely. Cradle bounces it to Freeman. Freeman gets it over to Earl, and now we are across the line.
Yeah, it was a tough play. Strickland trying to do a spin move back and just didn't realize how many Chesapeake bodies were there and just spun right into it. Bounced off and fell backwards trying to just throw up a Hail Mary.
Now Di Maria shoots the three of his own, misses it. Rebound goes to Carrington. Cecil's going to push it up. Over to Toney. Toney hesitates. And then it gets knocked out of bounds off of Frank Toney's hands. Freeman gets it into Di Maria. Now Freeman gets it back, and he gets it poked away by Neal, but Neal knocks it out of bounds.
This full court press of Cecil, incredibly effective right now. And it's going to be a timeout by Coach Sachs to try to calm his team down and find a way to break through this press, because right now Cecil has just been harassing Chesapeake before they can even get over the midline.
Frustrated coaches is the name of the game today.
Again, that sounds like a unique thing. I've never heard of that before.
Right. All right, both teams after a short break. Skipjacks up by 8 points. It will be their ball. And we're back underway. Earl gets the inbound, gets it to DiMaria. They break that press rather easily this time.
Yeah.
Freeman.
That's good coaching. Call a timeout, get your team settled, and figure out a way to get it done. Now
Drops.
Chesapeake can finally get into their half-court offense.
Cradle now. DiMaria thought about it. He gets trapped. Earl, 2 seconds, one, and he's just going to start dribbling. He knew it was going to happen. He could not get that shot off.
Cecil's defense has stepped up in a big way in this second half.
High energy.
Yeah, that is the only reason, really. I mean, offensively, they are providing a little bit more of a spark than they did earlier, but it is the defensive side of the ball that is really causing them to still be in this game and have a chance to come back.
Strickland misses the shot at the hoop, but they call a foul. It is on number 21, Sana. That's his second foul. First free throw, makes that one. Now 4 of 9 from the free throw line, so he really needed that one.
Had to fix his shorts, and then I think his hands got a little sweaty in doing so, so rubbing it on the court to try to dry his hands off before taking the second free throw.
I've seen the rubbing it on the shoes. I've never seen rubbing it on the court.
Yeah.
I've seen the slap on the court after a big shot, but I've never seen that. Sana comes out. Edwards comes back into the game. He has 4 fouls, so he has 10 minutes and 37 seconds left where he has to play really safe if he wants to stay in this game. And Skipjacks almost turn it over, but Freeman's able to catch up to it.
Cradle also on the court with 4 fouls for the Skipjacks.
And DiMaria, and that is goaltending. That is goaltending. He doesn't like it, but that is an easy goaltending. I don't understand what you didn't like about it. I mean, I understand you didn't like the call, but that was goaltending.
It was. Players love a big block. This, whenever they have that taken away and points the other team, it just feels doubly bad.
Frank Toney misses the layup, but he will go to a line for 2. The foul is on Freeman, and that is his 3rd. Toney with the free throw, misses it. 63% free throw shooter. Makes the second one, perfect. 69-62, 7-point lead for the Skipjacks. DiMaria now gets it to DJ Earl. Now DiMaria has a 3, and he's blocked from behind. But I do think he got his hand.
Oh, he absolutely got his hand, and I think Carrington knows he did, and it's disappointed himself more than anything, and that's going to be his 4th foul. You can't let the team get an open 3-pointer. I don't blame him for going for it, but that's just a costly foul for Carrington.
Yep. DiMaria goes to the line. 70% from the line this year.
Yeah, I just saw him mouth the words, "my bad." He knows it.
First one drops. Carrington comes in for Marlon Lewis. Oh, not quite yet.
Yeah, got to wait for the next one. So they are going to pull out Carrington with 4 fouls, so you're down by at least 8, now 9, possibly 10. 10 minutes left, and your best scorer is on the bench.
Hey, watch it crisscross there.
All right. DiMaria, final free throw. He misses that one. Strickland pulls down the rebound. He's going to push it up himself, but drops it to Toney. Now Simmons. And Simmons gets it to drop and will have a chance at a 3-point play. Foul is on DiMaria.
Talking about that Vernon Simmons spin move, another effective one. That time he got pushed away from it and did a good job of still finishing strong.
Makes it, completes the three-point play, back down to a 6-point game. DJ Earl, and he taps it ahead, and now he has it. What a scramble play.
It was a 5-on-1, and they pulled back for a three-pointer.
And they're going to call a foul on Cradle. I believe that is it.
And that's going to do it for Cradle.
And they get free throws. Lamont Powell will come back into this game. Skipjacks will need him down this stretch. Marlon Lewis can make this a 4-point game. Makes the first one.
Whatever happens, Ezekiel Edwards cannot pick up that 5th foul. If he fouls out also, Chesapeake is really going to be in danger here.
Missed the second one. It is a 5-point game now. Earl gets it to Freeman. Freeman gets it to Powell. They had DiMaria, but Powell's just going to take it all the way. Does not get it to drop, and Strickland pulls down the rebound. Now Frank Toney. He thought about it, decided against it. Strickland wants it in the middle. Toney with the 3, misses it. Nice tap down by Marlon Lewis, and Vernon Simmons gets the 2-handed slam. 3-point game. Lamont Powell now. This is rough if you are Andy Sachs.
No offense to Montgomery, but this almost feels like it's the championship game right now.
Yep, 22. Kevin Neal picks up his first foul. All right, Freeman. Inbounds it to DJ Earl.
The Cecil fans getting loud now.
For 3, DJ Earl misses that. Battle for the rebound. Edwards, nice job to tap it down to Freeman. Now to Edwards. Back to Freeman. Freeman drives baseline, step back jumper, in and out. Lewis gets the rebound, and now Frank Toney. Now the Skipjacks bench. Frank Toney gets around the defender, tosses it out to Neal. Drives, gets it up and in, and that is a 1-point ball game, 71-70.
Cecil likes their chances getting the ball into the paint, and the athleticism of Neal to just drive into the paint and create the shot for himself is huge.
Earl gets a much-needed bucket. 73-70. Now Toney gets it down low to Lewis. Lewis gets fouled by Freeman. Or that was going to be a dunk.
It was, and another great pass by Toney to create the opportunity.
So Lewis will go to the line. He is still limping from that injury he had earlier in this game.
You can see his ankle is taped up. He's trying to play through it. And I don't blame him. I mean, he is a matchup nightmare for the Skipjacks right now. Every minute that Lewis can give them is going to be a valuable one.
9 points. If he makes 1 of 2, he can get into double digits. Misses the first one.
Cecil is going to be ruining their free throws today. 53% from the free throw line. 15 of 28. So many points that they've left on the court, especially out that free throw line.
Gets that one to roll. Skipjacks lead down to 2. Lamont Powell in the middle to Freeman. Gets the trailer, DJ Earl. Good job. And now Lamont Powell gonna drive. Gets blocked by Strickland. Strickland tries to save it. Edwards knocks it out of bounds, so it will go to Cecil.
That's a huge play by Strickland. Strickland playing the help side and just comes out from the other side of the basket and just swats that one away. Somehow keeps it in and throws it off the Chesapeake player to get possession for his team.
Strickland, oh my gosh, what a basket. And we have a tie ball game.
An unbelievable comeback for Cecil. And everything right now going in the favor of the Seahawks. It's that suffocating. Look, again, a great defensive stand.
Battle for the ball. There's a jump ball. And it will go Cecil's way. What a dramatic call by the ref.
The slow, dramatic thumbs up.
Down by 12 at halftime. And now they have the chance to take the lead on this possession right here.
Can't say enough. The injury to Alicia Gregory really just took a lot of the air out of the Skipjacks. The game was already starting to trending towards Cecil, but I really think that had an effect on Chesapeake in this game.
Yeah. Strickland somehow is able to maintain control of it. He misses the shot, and then the Skipjacks, and they call a foul. And that'll be Simmons, and I think that's his fourth.
That's his fourth, yeah.
All right.
Honestly, I'm just glad to see that Freeman is okay after that.
Oh, yeah.
Simmons was going into the back of his knee, and that looked like it could have buckled his knee. So just grateful, you know. Last thing anybody wants to see is injuries right now, and that had me scared and hold my breath for a second.
And much like Frank Toney, I feel like Ja'Shawn Freeman has been the best player for the Skipjacks so far tonight. Myron Bevins is going to come into this game. Missed free throw. Strickland gets the rebound, so wasted opportunity by the Skipjacks. Now Tony gets a pick from his teammate, gets it over to Lewis. Now Neal, and Neal travels. Myron Bevins is going to come into the game for Carrington?
Simmons just came out.
Simmons, okay.
Yep, Carrington's been sitting since
that's
he
what
picked
I
up
thought.
his fourth foul, and it's just a matter.
All right, Freeman gets the inbound. He gets it across the line. Now DiMaria for three, and he hits that. That is big. You're a little worried him shooting it so early, but he had it open, hits it. They are up by 3, 76-73. Now Tony over to Neal. Neal over to Tony. Tony will shoot the three. He does not have it. DiMaria gets the rebound. And then DJ Earl.
360.
Freeman driving. Spins back out. Lamont Powell now.
Great defense by Neal, not letting Powell get anywhere by him.
Freeman did an excellent job to get around Lewis, and Lewis did an excellent job to regain and knock it out of bounds.
I agree, but Freeman did all that work to get into the middle of the paint. Why not just pull it up and just take a little jumper? Like, you're in a perfect spot. You can't ask for a better spot to take a little mid-range jumper, a little short hop there.
Sometimes you can be a little too unselfish.
Just shoot the ball.
The winner of this game, and that is an offensive foul, and he is
That's
out.
his fifth. Oh,
out.
man, what a huge call by the referee.
He is out. That's 5. Edwards is out of the game. Sana's going to come in. Coach Sachs just told the ref to watch the film when he gets home. So just like that, 2 players have fouled out of the Skipjacks game. They lost 1 due to injury. Neal thought about it. Tony.
And keep in mind, Freeman's got 4 fouls also now. You got to keep an eye on him.
Neal for 3, misses it. Strickland tries to throw it in. It goes out of bounds. It is tipped. It will stay with Cecil, much to the chagrin of Chesapeake fans.
I will say, Cecil and Chesapeake are 2 schools that are not very close to here, but they have certainly traveled well to this game.
Yes, absolutely. It is a good little trek to both of those places. Carrington will come back into the game. Just under 5 minutes left. And Tony gets the inbound. Oh, so close.
What a
Strickland
play by
gets it.
Tony. Passed it off just before he landed to prevent the traveling violation, and the high bounce pass right into the path of Strickland.
And Di Maria answers back with a 2. So still a 3-point game. Now Tony, he'll shoot a 3, misses it. Sana comes down with the rebound. Powell for 3, misses that. Rebound goes to Carrington. He's going to start pushing it the other way for Seahawks. He'll take it all the way, misses it, and now heading the other way. Look at Tony get back on defense, and he is going to make Freeman earn it. And they have struggled in the second half with free throws, so what a smart play by Tony. That's his 4th, though.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. That you make them earn it, yeah, but now you've got your 4th foul, and you've got to take it easy the rest of the game. You've got Carrington and Tony for Cecil with 4 fouls. You can't afford to lose either of them.
Freeman has 2 coming his way. Makes the first one. He is the leading scorer of everybody. Jayshon Freeman, 18.7 assists, 4 rebounds. Frank Tony, 16 points, 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Six of 8 from the free throw line. Those 2 could not be bigger. 6-point lead. Under 4 minutes here in Frederick. Neal. Now, Simmons somehow gets it to go. And now Freeman gets it up to Powell. Powell's holding it, letting some clock run.
And now there's technical difficulties on the video. We're working our best to get it back up and running, so stick with us. We're not going anywhere.
Missed shot, rebounded by Neal. Neal's gonna head down. Gets it to Simmons. Simmons drives, loses control of it.
And Cecil will maintain with 3:01 left.
Right, they're discussing what's going on with the clock. All right, now Carrington, deep three, misses it. Rebound goes to Sana. Powell up to DiMaria, and a foul is called. That is going to be on Frank Toney, and that is his fifth.
That is 5 for Toney.
So Frank Toney's out. So DiMaria. All right. Okay. 82-77 after the first free throw. Misses the second one, and there's a jump ball called. It's going to stay with the Skipjacks. What a play by the Chesapeake player.
That's Earl with a great hustle play. Guards can rebound too, you know.
So here we go, 2:44 left. Inbound goes to Freeman. And they call
5 seconds.
on Sana.
No, 5 seconds on Freeman for holding the ball under pressure for 5 seconds and not moving. You don't see that called very often, especially in this moment of the game. Yeah, Coach Sachs not happy with that call. That is a rarely called play, especially right now in this tense game.
Yep, now Neal for Cecil. We thank everybody for their patience. We are back up and running. Simmons hands it off to Carrington. Carrington down to Strickland. Strickland rolls around and gets a nice take, reverse layup. Now DJ Earl to Freeman, up to Powell. Ooh, so close, and Powell loses his balance, but he is fouled.
Yeah, it had to be a tripping call.
That is on number 20, Myron Bevins. That is his second foul. Powell has not scored a point since he hit his 3 threes in the first half. Misses the first free throw.
Still hasn't.
He is having a brutal.
He was sitting for a large portion of the second half and forced to come back in with his teammates fouling out.
And the next one is missed. Strickland pulls it down, so 82-79, a 3 ties it. They do not need it though. Neal over to Carrington, back to Neal. Now Simmons, and he misses that. Sana comes down with the rebound, gets it to Earl. Freeman gets around, gets it to Sana. Sana gets blocked, but they're gonna call the foul on number 10. That is
Strickland's Forest. Now you've got Carrington, Strickland, and Simmons on the court for Cecil, all with 4 fouls each.
It's gonna be a dangerous. Sana is 55% from free throw range this year, misses the first one. He's a freshman. He only averages 3.9 points per game. Second free throw is up, misses that one, but Freeman gets body position, but Simmons battles him and gets it. Under a minute and a half left in regulation. Strickland gets it to go. And a timeout is called. Full timeout called by Coach Durham. We're going to step away. 1:18 left. Skipjacks up 82-81. We'll be back.
A raucous crowd on both sides of the court right now. Cecil fans behind us, Chesapeake fans on the other side of us.
Yeah, it is crazy. Coming out of this timeout, Skipjacks need to get it in. Freeman bounces it to Earl. Earl's trapped, but Freeman does an excellent job. They're able to get it across. Powell slows it down. Powell spins around. Neal playing good defense. He's going to drive. Misses the layup, but they call a foul, a late call.
And that's going to do it for Strickland.
Strickland picks up his final foul. Lewis is going to come back into this game. Powell has 2 massive free throws left right now. After missing his last 2.
A lot of pressure on the young man right now. How can he step up to it?
He's missed all 3 of his free throws tonight. Maybe that's a reverse jinx. The foul came with exactly 1 minute left on the clock. So as it stands right now, 2-point lead can stretch it to a 3-point lead. There's no need for a 3 by Cecil. There's plenty of time left.
But if you are going to look for the three-pointer, it's going to be Carrington. There's really no other option. If you get down to that point, it's got to be Carrington. Everybody in this whole arena has to know to watch number 3.
84-81, Skipjacks had the lead. Cecil with a big possession. They clawed their way all the way back into this game. A chance to go to the Region 20 final tomorrow at 3 p.m. against the Montgomery Raptors. Simmons for 3, misses it, and that's definitely, I mean, it's either got to be out of bounds or that got to be a foul.
Yeah, one of the two, you're absolutely right.
They didn't give him the free throws though, so a timeout is called by Cecil. We are going to stay here with everybody. It is a full.
So you got 7 seconds left. Chesapeake has the ball. Obviously, you don't have to foul here. You're going to go for the full court press. You're going to try to get the steal. Now, with there being a 7-second difference between the shot clock and game clock, if you're going to foul, you have to do it early. You can't
Yep.
wait, for a little while and then do it. And we have, Nafari Benjamin just checked in the game for Cecil, which actually makes me think that they are going to foul, because you bring in somebody out that doesn't have any fouls on them, they're probably going to say, all right, that's our designated fouler right there. Or maybe they just say, all right, we're going to go for the steal. If they get it across half line, then we steal, because, even if Chesapeake is able to take it all the way down, you've got 7-second difference. If there is a foul, you're talking about probably a 2-possession ball game. But right now for Cecil, you've got to go all out and try to get the steal.
Yep.
And you've had a successful four-court press. There's no reason to think that you can't manage some way to get a turnover here in some way.
Yep.
And if you're Chesapeake, you're spending that entire timeout and just making sure that you keep possession of the ball. How can we break this press, get to the free throw line, make the free throws, and try to close it out?
Di Maria asked for Chesapeake fans to get loud. This is exciting. This is exactly what we thought it would be. We wanted this to be we thought this was going to be a big game. And close.
They didn't call it.
And Earl gets away. And then a steal, Neal. And then Simmons, a two-handed jam. And it is a one-point game. It is a one-point game. Earl gets it to Freeman. And they have to call a timeout.
Unbelievable full court press by Cecil, and they're right back in this. Oh, are they calling a foul here? There it is. They called a timeout. For a second, I thought they called a foul on there, but no. That being said, you still have to foul here unless you can manage to get another turnover. And
yep.
At this point, you certainly can't put it past them.
Mayhem.
So you've got another new player for Cecil checking in. Chris Matavia, his first action of the game, and another one,
Zach Carter.
I think what's going on here is Cecil is just making sure they've got plenty of different people that can foul that aren't named Dominic Carrington. Is really what matters most for Cecil. It's just, if you have to foul, that's fine. Make sure that your best three-point shooter is still able to take that shot when you get the ball back down on the other side.
Yep.
And if you're Chesapeake, again, you just spent a timeout talking about how you can break the press. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Gave up turnover. All right, you got to try something different, but some way, Coach Andy Sachs has just got to find a way to help his team get the ball across the halfway line. Like, the entire game rests on just that one fact right here.
Yep. A big play, 23.9 seconds left. Freeman is going to inbound it for Chesapeake. Lamont Powell falls. Earl's able to get it, bounce it back to Freeman, gets it up to Powell, and then they
foul. He almost got the ball cleanly. He might have.
The foul is on number 20, Myron Bevins. That is 2 fouls.
And that foul was called by the referee all the way on the right side, our right side, the camera left side, far, far away. The player's back was turned, blocking the ball, so that's a really tough call for that referee to make there.
It looked pretty clean to me.
We had a great look at it. I mean, it was just
right
in front of us.
So Powell just made his last 2 after starting out 0 of 3 from the line. And he makes that one. Regardless, they make both of these, it's still a 3-point game.
At 19 seconds left, you have enough time to try to go get the layup, foul, and keep it going.
Yep. All right, second free throw is in, and a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Coach Sachs of the Skipjacks. 3-point lead. I think it's a smart timeout. He's going to try and put the best defense out he can, make it really hard for this Cecil team.
I get the logic of, going for the layup, trying to get the foul back and all. There's a lot of good numbers to say that that's a good tactic. But for me, you've got a player like Dominic Carrington.
Yep.
You put the ball in his hands. You let him take a three-point shot. In my mind, that's basically a 50-50 chance that he ties the game up.
Yep.
You have a chance to tie it up right here. You're talking about a lot of other scenarios where you could maybe, get a layup, maybe get a steal, or maybe foul, maybe miss a couple free throws. It's a lot of maybes.
Yep.
You have the ball in your hands. If it's me, you find a way to get Carrington the ball from the outside the three-point line. You let it fly and see if he can tie this game up.
So everybody's heading out. Again, we have 2 more games left tomorrow. 1 p.m. is the noon is the women's final, and 3 p.m. is the men's final. The women's will be CCBC Essex. Neal with it over to Carrington. 15 seconds left. Back to Neal, and he throws it too high for Lewis. And that is brutal. And now they have to make their subs. Tomorrow at noon, CCBC Essex, the 1 seed, will take on the Montgomery College Raptors. So get this ball in, make your free throws. That's the name of the game for Skipjacks. And they are calling a foul on number 14, Zach Carter. Free throws coming Di Maria's way.
Clock should be 11-5, no time getting off. Hey, call the foul before it got.
There's a clock discussion. Damari of 19 points.
5 of 7 from the free throw line in this game.
Makes 6.
Ice in his veins.
He just stared down the Cecil bench because they yelled at him while he was shooting. So that is a 4-point lead. Not quite a nail in the coffin, but very close. Makes both of them. Now coming down Carrington. A hard foul. Simmons shoots a 3, misses it, and then stolen away by Sana. Sana gets it stolen away. Then he blocks Lewis, and that is the end of the game. Chesapeake will move on. So your final here, 88-83. Skipjacks move on to the final tomorrow at 3 p.m. against the Montgomery Raptors. We will be back.
All right, I'm joined here by the player of the game, Chesapeake's Jay Sean Freeman. Hey, that's a hell of a game. That might be the
Yes,
game
sir.
of the year. How
Yes,
you
sir.
feeling right now?
It's a huge win, man. Cecil pretty tough. They got they pretty hard to prepare for. They got good guards and they got good bigs. So we just happy that we came out here and got the win.
19.7 assists for you today. I mean, everybody, you had a lot of good scores today, but I mean, just the way you were able to move the ball around, score
Yes.
the basket. I mean, a lot of tough baskets.
Yep.
Just a great game for you. I mean,
Yeah.
tell me about, obviously Cecil's got a tough defense.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough out there to put those baskets in.
Yeah, like I said, they're hard to prepare for on the ball screens, which is normally my go-to. They hard head, so I kind of got to get rid of it if I can't get by them. But luckily, my teammates, they hit the shots today, so it was big time shots.
You had Edwards and Cradle foul out there, so you're
Yeah.
having to mix up a little bit.
Yeah.
During those clutch moments at
Yeah.
the end, it had to be a little bit of tense,
Yeah.
knowing that you had to mix it with some
Yeah,
different
for
guys
sure,
in there.
for sure. Two of our starters, those two guys, it could be any given night. It could be anybody on our team could go for 20. So it was hard losing them, but we found a way to win.
Speaking of which, Justin DiMaria shows up
big
off the
time.
bench, 21 points. Talk
Big
about
time,
that.
big time. Just really struggled in the beginning of the year. So Just has come along for us in the second half of the season, and he's just been shooting. He's shooting over 40% now, and he's a bonus to our team.
I mean, like I said, this was one of the games of the year, so it's going to be tough to beat this, but
Yeah.
you've got the championship game tomorrow
Yes, sir.
against Montgomery.
Yes,
How you
sir.
feeling going to that matchup?
I feel great, man. We just broke school history today, and we're looking to break school history again tomorrow. So I'm excited. We're going to go home, get some rest, get something to eat, and get ready for tomorrow.
Well, congratulations. Best of luck to you tomorrow. See you
Appreciate
tomorrow.
it. All right.
All right, thanks so much. That is Jay-Sean Freeman, our player of the game, 19.7 assists, and just an overall great game for the Skipjack. Can't say enough. It was a fantastic game, a fantastic experience. We had 4 games today, all semifinal games, and it just was really a great day of basketball, and it just was closed out by one of the best games that we have seen around here. So final score here in Frederick, Maryland, Cecil College 83, Chesapeake 88. They move on to the championship game tomorrow at 3 p.m. where they will face off against the number 4 seed Montgomery Raptors. Do not miss that. We will be live here to cover all of that. On behalf of everybody at the crew here, Mark Winkle, thank you to my partner, Matt Trudell. We will see you tomorrow.